Hello everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today, we are here for PSGL round number 4? Pretty sure it's 4, yeah. But anyway, we're here at Spa. If you didn't see last race, we ended up P3 actually after we got our penalty removed. And Simon Weigang got our penalty, so we ended up in P3 for that race. I don't really know where we are in the standings, to be honest. I don't really care too much either, but yeah. Coming into this one then, pace was looking fairly decent, but we were on our brand new rig. If you didn't know, we got a new play seat, kindly provided by my team, McLaren Shadow, Veloci Esports. So thank you to them. I'll make a video on that, but yeah, it took some time to adjust to this new rig. I only really had a few hours practice since being on the rig, so it just took some adjusting to get used to the F1 style seating position. But yeah, hopefully we can still get a pretty decent result. And yeah, so on our first run in Q1 then, obviously the same as usual, just a nice safe run to make sure we get into Q2. And as you can see, we do a 40.8, which is pretty terrible, but we were more focused on not invalidating our one and only run. So yeah, as you can see then, by the end of session screen, that was enough to get through. And now we're into Q2, which, as you can see, is actually wet. So we did no rain practice, of course, and we didn't really have a wet setup, but the race was dry. So of course we were going to go with a dry setup. Something worth noting was that I was actually on quite an aggressive setup for the dry anyway. Probably a bit too aggressive. It was decent for quali, but it wouldn't have been too great in the race. But in these conditions, it just made it a lot worse. The car was sliding around everywhere. It's quite hard to control, as you can see there. So my pace in the Inters conditions wasn't great. But yeah, as you can see, that run that we just did was enough for P5 at the moment. But I believe the track is going to dry up, so we'll definitely have to go out again. I'm pretty sure this corner is a good example where I'm just very careful, sliding around everywhere. So yeah, the setup wasn't great, but we still should be able to get through into Q3. So finishing our final run in Q2, and as you can see, we're not even up by that much, and we cross the line, and we stay in P5 after our final run. We instantly blame the Renault, but the rest of the lap was terrible anyway. But as you can see, we still have quite a few people who need to improve. Carton, Kyle Mitchell, Simon. So we aren't too safe right now. But yeah, we'll see. We're gonna stay on board as Barry sets the fastest time of the session. No surprises there. But yeah, if you if you keep watching, you'll see Kyle Mitchell and Simon all about to finish the lap. I'm Tom 97. We're currently in, well, we're in 9th now, as Carton finished his lap. Kyle Mitchell and Simon both get into the top 10. And as you can see, we're right on the border, and we have one man about to finish his lap. That's Tom 97. And as you see, as he comes up to the line,
well.
Oh no. Oh no.
yeah, so we're out in Q2.
Well.
I can't believe it. Still can't believe it.
Well.
We got pipped right at the end by Tom 97. We lost our time in the third sector, but yeah. Now, we don't get any runs in Q3, but I guess we can watch the pole lap, which was from, of course, the alien Barry Boromand.
I'm sorry, we have to watch Barry. Let's go.
So on board lap
coming from Barry.
with the pole man, Barry Boromand. It's in 100 meter board down to first gear to get that rotation. Oh wow, I just repeated myself. Anyway, and now up through Eau Rouge and Radion. This is going to be quite a long ball and wait, actually. But yeah, the pole fight was really between Barry and Yano. I think they had a clear advantage over everyone else.
If it's a 0.6.
But now into sector 2 then, breaking on the curb, taking all the curb in 5th gear.
Oh, getting the rotation through these corners. That's really nice. That's really nice.
Nice and tidy. It's a downhill right-hander,
right-hander.
and he just nails every single corner. It's just insane to watch back.
No name. Don't go wide. He doesn't, of course. Barry in his pad grip. Hacks. To poo on. Jeez. It's more tense when you watch it like spectator. It's a right-hander. Don't go wide. Nails it. Sector 2 split. What's it going to be? 0.1? 0.044. This is a 39 like 8 or something. He just needs a good last sector.
As you can see there, we're more hyped for Barry than we are for when we do our own laps, to be honest.
Okay, he's there.
But yeah, Barry,
over 210,
he has 2 more corners to navigate.
This is a 39.9.
And it could be a very fast lap. So into the penultimate corner, 3rd gear, slides it through.
Flicks it into the final corner. Oh.
And just watch this.
0.8 for Barry. What the hell? Right, Yano. Well, how much is Yano up?
Yano, mistake. He's a 10th up though.
Oh my god.
It'll be a 39, I think.
Sector 2 split. It's a 0.175. He's down on Barry. But he could have the straight line speed. Quickly check the sector. 0.82, like, good last sector from Barry. Yano can do 0.7 last sector. He might have hope. We'll see how he nails this breaking point. Oh, he goes really deep. Gets the rotation. I'm not sure if he did that better than Barry. I think. Up to line. Oh, 0.974.
So there you have it then. I thought I would just leave that run. I think that was quite an interesting moment, the qualifying session. But yeah, Barry takes pole with Yano in P2. It's Philip Prationator P3 and the pad GOAT, Louis Welsh P4, Shanika P5, Kyle Mitchell, Nicholas Mateo, Caraton, Tom 97, and then it was Simon Weigang rounding out the top 10 in qualifying. Again, we start P11. There's still a hope. There's still hope in this race. You can overtake at Spa, obviously. So we'll see what we can do. So, getting straight into it then. This is for round 4 of PSGL at Spa. We're starting on the mediums. The lights are out, and oh my, we've got the worst start on the grid. We're getting swarmed by everyone. We're already down to P13, P14. There's someone on our inside and our outside. Oh, this is a mess. This is going to be bad. And we've kept our wing intact. That's already an accomplishment, but we have dropped 2 positions already off the start. And now we have a lot of work to do. If we're gonna finish anywhere decent, we have a lot of work to do. There's a few guys ahead of me starting on the softs, which I'm not sure if it was a good or bad strategy, to be honest. But if the medium runners can stick in DRS, then yeah, that strategy is much better. As you can see, we're still, even on lap 1 on the medium tires, we're sliding around a little bit in the race. The setup really is aggressive, but it is still fast, so no excuses. And we'll see what we can do. First up to overtake is Sven Nola, as Dylan Warren spins or gets hit from someone, so that's a free position, and now VSC is out. So yeah, we have a lot of work to do, as I said.
Why was it so bad?
But skipping all the way onto lap 7 then. We're in P9 because some soft runners have pit. And as you can see ahead of us, Sven Nola has a penalty. So now we need to get a move on. Tom 97 was clinching onto the DRS of Kyle, and yeah, if he slipped out of DRS, then yeah, we'd all be affected. So I need to get past these 2 cars. So we saved up a lot of ERS, and now we're gonna go for the move on Sven. Simple move with the ERS, DRS slipstream, and now we have Tom 97 up ahead of us. As you can see in the top left-hand side of your screen, Kyle actually has a 3-second penalty already. So we still have a really good shot against some decent points in this race. We just need to get past Tom. And then we're pretty much in that train for the lead. So, yeah. Still hope of a good result here. So now skipping on to lap 9. And as you can see, we're now getting the move done on Tom 97. And now this is where the hard part is, because now we have no DRS to Kyle Mitchell. And he's going to have DRS from the cars ahead, and we're not. So it's going to be quite a challenge to get within DRS. But this is where race pace is actually important. Most of the time, we don't do race practice just because you spend so long in a train. But in situations like this, you do actually need race pace. So it is important to practice the race, of course. So yeah, we're about just over a second back. But we really do need to get into that train. So we're going to have to push quite a bit. So coming on to lap 11 then, we actually did get within the DRS of Kyle Mitchell. But now the VSC comes out and is around the pit stop window. And someone gets down. It's quite carnage into the pits. Everyone jumps into the pits straight away. Take advantage of the VSC. And now we're going to have to go for a long stint on the softs.
Wait, for what?
I don't know.
As you can see there, Jarno, Caraton and Louis.
I'm held, but go!
They got a penalty for a collision, I think, in the pit lane. That will get removed, so I wouldn't get too excited about that. But yeah, we got held in the pits a little bit.
I'm on softs. I don't know if softs are going to make 10 laps.
As you can see, they run softs, which they can do the distance, but you have to be very careful. And now we've come out just behind Shanika, who's on hards. I should have been using my ERS at this moment, like from when I got the pits. As Joe says there, but we didn't realize he was on hards, we're on soft, so we need to get past him on this straight, but unfortunately we're not going to do that. Now he's going to hold us up through the middle sector. So yeah, if you're on the significantly better tires, you just need to get past as soon as possible. You can't stay behind them. But as you can see now, Shanika lets us go.
Oh my god, you goat.
Shout out to Shanika for that. Helping both of our races there.
He knows it's better for both our races, I think.
Otherwise he's just going to hold us both up. And we're going to end up fighting or something like that. So
if softs make it, I'm in a good position. Wait, do you know where the front runners are on?
No, I don't.
So Simon's on hards. We're going to get past him and Kyle. But we have to be careful and make sure these tyres go to the end. So skipping on to lap 16 then, and we're actually in an interesting position right now. So Nicholas Matteo ahead of us has a 3-second penalty. As you can see, we are within 3 seconds, but he pit a lap later than us, so he has no worries regarding tyre wear. He can just push all the way to the end with no issues. We do have to tyre save just a little bit, but then we risk dropping out of 3 seconds. And we have Kyle Mitchell, who is not too slow on them hards behind us. He's just out of a second, so we really have to manage this. We have to keep Kyle out of DRS, and we have to stay within 3 seconds of Nicholas Matteo, and we have to keep the tyre wear fairly low. So it's quite an awkward situation to be in, but we can definitely do it. I think the main issue will be keeping within 3 seconds of Nicholas Matteo, especially while trying to save tyres. Kyle shouldn't be too much of an issue on them hards. But yeah, we really do need to keep the tyre weight down because, as you know from previous races, the punctures are quite random after 75%. And if we did not save the tyres, then we would probably reach way over 75%. So yeah, that's why we're going safe and we're going to conserve the tyres. But we're still, of course, going to try and stay within 3 seconds of Nicholas Matteo. So coming on to the final lap of the race then, as you can see, the gap to Nicholas was 2.7 seconds, so he probably would have got out of that 3-second window. But he actually got another penalty, so we are very safe. We are going to claim P4 as long as our tyres don't explode. As you can see, they were 71% on the rear, which is fine. We managed the tyres quite well. We lost quite a bit of time to Matteo while doing it, but better safe than sorry. Kyle actually did start to catch up. As you can see, he's within DRS range now, but obviously
80%.
it is too late. Joe says there, Jarno was on 80%, so Jarno actually had worse tyre wear than us, but he didn't get a puncture. And Philip Preichneda actually wins this race because Jarno got held in the pits for quite a while. So congrats to Philip, first winner that isn't Barry. GG's to him. And then Jarno, P2, Lucas, P3, and we will come home from P11 to P4. I think that's a pretty decent recovery drive in a league
P11
as talented as this. So, yeah. I forgot to mention that Barry actually got a drive-through for speeding under virtual safety car. That's why he's in P7 and not up the front. But yeah, GG to Philip on P1, Jan on P2. It says we're P3, but we'll actually be P4, and Louis Welsh takes home P3.
I think Alvaro
I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be back
Louis in the pit and then they all got penalties.
next week for F1 Esports Challengers, which I'm pretty sure I'll be streaming live on Twitch Thursday, like 7 PM or something. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.